You know, we actually believe what Paul writes in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 7, when he says, it's not important who does the planting or who does the watering. What's important is that God makes the seed grow.
I'm Sui. I am 24 years old. I have been with the program since I was 18 with my first child.
I am Faith, and I've been with the program for 6 years since my oldest was 8 months old.
Hi, my name's Caroline Smith, and I've been involved in Young Lives for about 9 years and on staff for 4.
My name is Matt Oberlander, and I'm the pastor at Anchorage Cross and Anchor Church.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Charles Smith, and I'm the Young Lives Child Care Coordinator at Anchorage Young Lives.
I'm Elisa Garrigues, and I am a child care volunteer.
And I'm Kim Burgess, and I am a mentor of mentors.
10 years or so has been an incredible blessing. Easy? Well, not always, but Jesus really calls us to easy, right? Holding that newborn baby, long talks with expectant moms, walking beside that mama who just recently lost her child, laughing over toddler antics, answering parenting questions, eating breakfast together, followed by reading scripture, prayer, and giving thanks together. These are just a few of my memories of the last decade of loving moms and their babies.
I joined Young Lives as a teen mom, so I was a part of Young Lives at 19 when I had my first daughter, and then I ended up volunteering for a little bit, and after a while I just moved into the role of child care coordinator, and I've been here for almost 4 years.
Just holding those babies and singing to them and reading Bible stories to them and visiting with the moms and just getting to know those babies.
And I love seeing the mentors work and love on these girls. It is just totally amazing. And like Elisa does, loving on those kids, it's just such a gift. So it's really encouraging.
And we've learned that our ability to serve those in need, it may never be acknowledged. We may never see the fruit in our lifetime, and that's okay. It has to be okay, because acknowledgement in this life is not what it's about. We've learned how to invest while trusting God alone to change the lives of the young people connected to Young Lives. Our only prayer is that the work we do will produce a harvest of good fruit. The grace of God goes so far beyond what we can think up or imagine as human beings.
We help the younger teen moms. We help and guide them. We do crafts with them. Basically just be there for them.
And out while I was going to school, because school was kind of my first love too. And so once I was done, I naturally just came back to Young Lives and loved on babies, and went to camp a couple times to serve as a child care nursery leader at Woodleaf.
I'd almost describe it as being like a mini mentor because we have our mentors ourselves. We get our mentors who take us out once a month, and we get our chance to really be with somebody, and somebody who can help us kind of get to the next phase in life and who's there for us throughout anything we're going through. But then we also get to take what we've learned and been through and get to apply that to our own younger moms. My mentors were always there for me. But my mentors from day one were helping me, were there for me through some of the hardest moments in my life. And having been through some of the things that some of these moms are going through now, being able to kind of lend a helping hand and be there for them the same way that my mentors were there for me, but not only on a friend level, but also just being able to kind of offer that mini mentorship to them as well and have those deeper conversations, I think for me is the biggest reason why I wanted to get back into it, was to give them kind of the help that I've received and kind of pay it forward.
Right now in Anchorage, we're serving over 100 teenage moms, their kids, and we're in contact with about 25 of the dads in those families. Teen moms have a lot of obstacles. They're homeless, they're in poverty, they're trying to finish high school while raising their baby. They struggle to feed themselves and their kids. They come from backgrounds of trauma, dysfunctional families, and just really hard places. They're desperate for hope and love to walk into their lives, and so that's what we get to do in Young Lives. Young Lives does a lot of outreach. We go to where teen parents are and just build relationships with them in their schools, in their shelters, in their homes, and in their workplaces. We get to walk with moms and have a relationship with them for the long term. We have one mom who was living in a shelter, and she actually got kicked out of her shelter, but she stayed in touch with her Young Lives leaders, and so we were able to walk with her through that really hard season and help her to find another place to live. One of the staff at a school that we partner with told me just the other day that she appreciated Young Lives, and she has one student in particular who she said really would be in a really dark place if it wasn't for her Young Lives leaders. And so we really get the privilege of staying connected to these moms, building relationships with them and supporting them through the good times and the bad times, and celebrating with them in their triumphs. Often for teen moms, the Young Lives leader is the only healthy adult in their life. I was spending time with a mom this week who is couch surfing. She was just sharing with me a lot of her struggles and a lot of unhealthy relationships that she's been in. But we've been able to walk with her for about a year now and just really provide consistency and just be a safe place for her to share what she's going through. Young Lives provides a lifeline. Sometimes the girls find themselves in just really hard situations, and we get to be the people they call for help. One night I was brushing my teeth. It was like 10:30 p.m. and I got a message from a mom who was just asking if I was awake. I told her yes, and she told me she needed me to call 911 right away because she was in an unsafe situation. And if she called the police in front of this other person who's being abusive, then things would get worse. And so I was able to make that call for her and help make sure she and her babies were safe. And that's another thing we get to do, is just be there for moms to have someone to call when life gets really hard. It's a privilege to walk with these moms and just support them and listen to their stories and just be a positive part of their crazy lives.
In Matthew 25, Jesus says, "Whatever you did unto the least of these, you did unto me." Serving teen moms and their little ones is like walking right next to Christ and serving Him. And that's how I look at serving, and I count it an incredible privilege to love my girls and share Jesus with them.
Here, you want to be in the video? Look, look, look. Say hi.